Today's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by
the Current Seafood Counter in College Park. If you're looking for some great seafood, lobster rolls, black and mahi sandwich, grouper sandwich.
I mean, it's called the Current, but it's also currently my daughter's favorite restaurant.
Yeah, you were there the other day.
I was just there a couple of days ago. She begged me to take her last night. That would have been 2 times in a week. Can't do that. You can't. But I mean, I guess I could. But she loves the shrimp. It's like peel and eat garlic shrimp.
Yeah,
phenomenal. I tried something different last time I went. On that, there was this old man I met who yelled at me and said it was the best fucking, I can say that, I asked Mike Smith, best fucking grouper sandwich he's ever had.
Yeah.
I had that sandwich. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, lettuce, tomato, onion, the way it should be done, beers on tap, cocktails, had myself a UFO, little sippy on an IPA. It's great. And then they have Curtis Earth Trivia. They're doing that on Mondays now. Place was slammed. If you haven't been, check out the Current Seafood Counter, both in Sanford and in College Park.
Yep, you can check them out online on Facebook at the Current Seafood Counter. If you want some great seafood, ask for a Tom and Dan pint glass. They have them there.
Yeah.
It's the Current Seafood Counter in College Park. I'm Tom Van, and I approve this message.
Dan Dennis claims Tom Van hates fun. But is that really the truth? Fun might be great if you're a communist. But real America was built on hard work. And what would Dan know about that? As a Baldwin Park resident, Dan Dennis has only left his house on 2 different occasions, and neither was to vote. Dan Dennis's own wife and daughter never see him, and that's because he's too small. And what's his idea of fun? Flying virtual planes built by China. Randy Newman said it best. Short people got no reason. Paid for by Tom Van for Tom Van for Mayor Van.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. Ross is here. How you doing, Ross?
Ross on the couch.
And I will almost certainly run to the bathroom and puke at some point during the show.
Ross is not feeling good.
Hold on, you're sick?
Yeah, he is not feeling good, and I saw he's been like a little burpy, doing the big mouth. Like the.
I don't have that water like pouring into the back of my mouth quite yet.
So you've had a lot going on recently.
This is a tough man. He's coming in here. He's making it happen.
Hopefully you don't have the flu.
This is self-inflicted. I ate a big dinner at like 11 p.m. 2 nights ago, and then went to sleep on a full belly, and I just wrecked myself.
I've been known to do that.
But if you do throw up spontaneously on the show, I will.
Let's just say when.
I laugh when people puke. I freeze and then I laugh after.
Yeah, he does.
Because I don't know what to do.
Every single time I've puked, you've laughed. Every time.
Because it is funny. What am I supposed to console you?
I don't think I've ever seen him laugh.
If you came in and helped my hair, I would love it.
I don't think I've ever seen him laugh as hard as when I puked in that Lister's yard. When I was puking in the yard and Tom, was Sam driving? I think she
No, I think...
Because remember, I hopped out. I said, I got to get out. And I got out of the car and I started puking. But when I look over to my business partner, my confidant, my number 2, I'm his number 1, number 2, whatever. We're hand in hand. I look over and his face is red with tears. coming. I don't think I've ever seen you laugh that hard.
It's funny.
You're a
when
bad
someone's
person. You might be a bad person.
No, it's not, you're not really
Andrea
injured.
No, but Andrea does
It's
the
not
same
you
thing.
broke
Like you
your
and
femur.
Andrea both laugh way too hard at things where we need your help.
Do you need my help? You're just vomiting.
I mean, it would be better
Get out.
if you looked over at me and you were like, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry, buddy."
Well, why am I?
Instead of like, it's like you don't even laugh that hard at my jokes.
To me, if I'm not feeling well, but I can still bring a little joy to someone's heart,
Right, exactly.
that's great.
True professional. Anything to plug?
Yeah, a couple things before we start. We partnered with the Arnold Palmer Invitational again. That's happening next weekend. If you want the tickets to the White Claw Fan Deck,
yes,
they're discounted through TomandDan.com only. Like they really do hook us up so that our listeners get the cheapest tickets, and you can go anywhere in the Arnold Palmer Invitational, but you also get access to that sweet White Claw Fan Deck.
It's right between 15 and 16, holes 15 and 16. If you've never been there, it's probably the coolest thing I've ever been to golf-wise. It's amazing.
Do Tom and Dan fans in golf mix?
You know what's funny?
They like booze.
And they also like discounted tickets.
You got to be quiet.
Not really. I mean,
the deck's a little loud,
really?
believe it or not.
they're
it's
quiet.
like a city, Ross.
They're quiet when someone's taking their backswing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, get quiet down. But the rest of the time, they're walking. Everybody's back to partying.
Yeah. You can hear like some music at certain places. But
golf fans.
I'm just imagining the announcer shushing, and then behind the rope at the green is the sandwich making audience at Johnny's that one time.
That disgusting woman. Oh, man.
These things we haven't mentioned, and there's no information out yet, but...
that's because we haven't planned them, right?
They're planned,
Oh, okay.
and we're releasing the invites probably in a couple weeks to all BDMs, but we're doing a 420 BDM
about
party.
10 minutes till I release the invites. It's gonna be...
a 420 BDM party in April.
What?
And that's just for BDMs. Daniel and I stumbled upon something that we think we're going to do that's going to be ridiculous, but the venue is awesome, and
planning a dinner show.
Only BDMs get invited, and so you have to be a current BDM to get your invite.
We got a budget on this one, man. I'm going back and forth negotiating with this lady.
Hey, Poros, there's a shit sandwich that night, too.
Hey, all right. Yeah. Something for everybody.
And we're going to be doing a 10-year anniversary ACT live show coming up in May. And so we're going to let BDMs know next week.
And we're doing it live on the radio. Not just live, but it'll be a live radio broadcast.
Yeah, so not only can you get tickets to watch it, but it'll be broadcast live. We're working with iHeart. It's our first time ever doing anything like that.
Yeah, no, we've never. I don't.
With
have
ACT,
we ever done we've only done one live broadcast from the studio.
Yeah, I think we.
I don't think we've ever done another live broadcast.
Not with a live audience. Yeah, I know Ross is going to be out there. He's going to be doing some stand up with Vince Taylor, and Ken Miller is going to perform as well right before the show.
How did you get those guys?
I text them.
I was like,
hey,
that's a good get.
And so
You got to get comedians in advance. You hit them 5 months out, you're good to go.
Yeah, and so we're going to be letting BDMs know first so they can purchase tickets first, and then we'll release it to everybody else.
I'm super excited about this. I want to tell you guys more, but we can't. But it's going to be awesome.
There's going to be an after party at Tuffy's, and I talked to Dan from Tuffy's. He already booked a band for us.
So we basically have our own private after party from the live ACT 10-year anniversary live radio show.
Yeah.
We just down the block.
Walk over.
Man, and then we got the whole Tuffy's music box.
Yeah. It's at the Ritz Theater, by the way. But I didn't want to announce it until the BDMs. But the date is, we'll give the link to the BDMs.
Yeah.
All right. So Ross, I saw on social media that your dog was hurt. And then we started getting emails from people.
Tracy was
Tracy told us
breaking news.
And it was like, remember that dog that Ross was talking about in the last show that was getting out and bringing it back to his neighbors, confrontation of the week? That dog bit Ross's dog, and Ross had to take his dog to emergency surgery.
I honestly didn't see that coming. I guess I probably should have. You know, I mean, because normally altercations start ratcheting up.
Well, it was a pretty good story, and then you just told the fucking punchline. This is like, hey, George Lucas, so tell us about Star Wars. I hear Darth Vader is the father in this one.
Oh, come on. It's on social media already. The word is out. Tracy knows. Everybody knows.
M. Night Shyamalan, in your latest film, is it true that Bruce Willis is a ghost the whole time?
Well, the story is in the details, not the ending. It's like, we're not holding everybody in suspense to find out.
I got to know what happened, though, man. What happened?
Although it probably would have been better the other way.
We got to go full reset on this. We got to go full reset on this. We're starting with news today.
Whoa! Okay. All right.
We're only doing one news. I did voting in the BDM group again, and news lost awfully. But this one guy, scumbag, sent me a news story that he wants me to read very desperately, and in true mediocre news fashion, I've not verified this in any way.
Okay, great. Love
just
it.
a guy sent it to me, and I'm reading the news. It's from the Springfield News Leader, so I assume it's real. Like, who makes up a fucking web, for a news? Howell County Sheriff's Office, West Plains. What state is this? I'll go get this state in a second, I guess. Man staged a bloody farm accident, and here's where I would tell you what that farm accident was, because I'm building to it, Tom.
Okay, all right.
The cops show up. The guy called in. He said, I had an accident with a piece of farm equipment. They show up, and he tells them that he has lost both of his feet in a brush hog. Somehow a brush hog.
Oh my God! I've driven one of those. Man.
They're nasty. They those big ones. They take down like 3-inch wide trees and stuff.
My dad used to rent one to clear our when we had property. We'd clear the property.
Is that basically like it's like a push mower, but with just blades coming out the front?
Yeah.
Usually they're ride on.
Okay.
Usually it's some sort of ride on, and like just a big the thing.
Ours was a tractor, kind of pulled it behind it or in front of it, like depending on what.
Okay,
kind you have, I guess.
It's like a smaller version of the thing that Superman has to swoop down and save the kid from in the cornfield in that one Superman movie. The big combine thing.
That's a decent reference. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So cops show up, ambulance shows up. There's a bush hog there. There's a guy with no feet there, but they're like, where are the feet? They can't find the feet.
Okay.
And this guy has tourniquets around neatly severed ankles.
All right.
So he was
So he's just laying there with stubs.
Tourniqueted.
Feet, tourniquet on both ankles, and then the bush hog's over there, and they can't find the feet.
Correct. And so they, put two and two together and figured out this guy, he was a paraplegic, maybe a quadriplegic. I can't find in this article right now. He didn't have use of his limbs to begin with, so he must have come up with the scheme so as to present as an accident where he could cash in on insurance somehow. But
that's brilliant.
The feet are missing.
At least get some shoes.
And cops are on the scene are like, I've seen bush hog accidents before, and they don't leave you neatly severed and tourniqueted.
Yeah, it's a mess.
So they figured out right away that this was bullshit. But the guy didn't get charged with anything because even though it was pretty obvious that he was gonna try to commit insurance fraud, he had not yet attempted to commit insurance fraud.
Okay, yeah.
He just wasted their time, so he really didn't do anything.
So he cut off his own feet, or someone did.
Yes.
Well, no, I was convinced that. Okay, hold on.
Well, he had feet.
Okay, hold on. I was misunderstanding this. Sorry, Ross. I'm way off. I thought. Okay, this is where you were leading me. I thought that he had lived his entire life having no feet, and he just decided I'll throw some bandages on there and pretend like I chopped my feet off, and then I'll tell them, and they'll be like, "Oh no!" and then I'll try to get some monies.
He had non-working feet, and he elicited the help of a man from Florida.
Oh my God, he really cut his feet off.
And they apparently took this guy's feet off with a hatchet.
Oh God, there's easier ways.
And the cops determined
a hatchet.
He was going to attempt to get money from an insurance claim, but since he never formally filed the false claim, the prosecution did not press charges. Also, sheriff's office considered pursuing criminal charges of filing a false claim or filing a false police report, but they determined that he was so severely injured it would be too arduous to have him in jail.
Oh, well, that's a nice.
It's like
they were being nice.
Too
I think,
big
right?
of a pain in the ass to arrest him.
I think they were being nice.
Yeah.
They're like, do
He
you
already
want a
chopped
guy that
his
chopped
feet
his own feet off in jail, or do you just want to let him go about his merry way? Because he's done. It's like people when you know that the negligence of the couple caused the death of the child, and then you're like, they've suffered enough.
Yeah.
Right? It's like that. It's like that. And I am one of those guys. I'm sorry but I am. Like when I say, and everybody's like, kill the dad now, and I'm like, nah, man, he's already killing himself right now. He's killed.
What I like to imagine is there was a moment where this Florida man was holding a hatchet above his head, and then the tourniquet's on the ankle and everything, and then he's like, "You ready, Bill?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You always
I watched a guy literally get his dreads cut. Right? I watched a guy literally get his dreads cut one time, and John was like, "You ready?" And he goes, "Are you ready?"
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you one more time. He did. I'm going to give you 3. Or is this really what you want?
Imagine hatcheting off a handicapped man's feet.
I can do it. Out of everybody here, I'm the guy. Out of everybody here, I'm the guy. Because I start
that's horrible. How do you eat your Cheerios in the morning?
I don't eat Cheerios. That's for people that can't chop legs off.
How do you go about your life?
Choppers, we don't eat. We eat meat in the morning. Farm breakfast.
And then also, doesn't that still hurt? Like, it's not like they have zero feeling, right?
Well,
there's obviously some drugs involved.
Yeah, I don't know.
like it's not zero. Like you can't just chop your feet off and just
How
be
would
like,
you
I
do
can't
it?
feel them. What?
If I had to chop your feet off, I would probably use my Sawzall
Well,
that you stole from me.
I would really have my Florida buddy bush hog my feet. So
No, they could get out of control. And then you bleed out. I got to do something that
you
I
got
can
severed
control.
arteries flapping in the wind and stuff.
Yeah, you're not thinking. This guy, see, that's why you can't do. That's why we have to be a partnership.
Well,
because if you had to chop Ross's feet to get the money, you're going to kill him, and we can't kill him.
Like, I don't want a hatchet involved. I want the saw, like Dan said.
I think you got to do it with something you can control and get in there.
But you need a one quick chop, right? You
that's
can't
why
do
I
it
think
slow.
the
Show me
hatchet
that
is wrong.
hatchet. Yeah, show me that hatchet that goes through a shin bone with one job.
Yeah, the hatchet it's too tiny.
Yeah.
It would just bounce.
Yeah, you would
That's
bounce
the
and
worst.
be like,
Oh, you're like, it gave me a bruise.
or you break the
bruise.
bones.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
So basically, if you
So they just send him home, and then that night he's just sitting there watching the Braves game with no legs, and he's not charged with anything. Everything's normal. That's a great. I see why you wanted to say that story, regardless of whether it's true or not. It's a great story.
Is it illegal to
Chop your own legs off? I had been told it was, because we've done this topic before when we were watching Nip Tuck and we were really into that and horny for that show. We got on the topic of the people that want to cut their own legs off.
Yeah, because that's their fetish.
It's their fetish, and then I thought we learned that you can't do that.
Well, and Tom was also offered stunt money to cut off a limb at one point, right?
Yeah. Although
I didn't want you to do that.
I don't think it was ever real though. And at this point in my life, I wish I would have done it.
How would you do your pineapple Iron Man?
Oh no! The money would have been gone by now. Real gone.
What was it?
I probably would have been dead.
Was it $1 million?
$4 million.
$4 million.
What?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Yeah,
his wife.
Dummy.
I didn't really want him to do it either.
Well,
you're gonna have to go to a third world country, right?
What has your leg done for you lately?
Nothing. And my thought process back then, and still kind of is, like if you get money,
probably make that much money by the time next year.
No, is that you wouldn't be able to spend it because you would get ultra buyer's remorse with everything because
$2 million on a robot leg. I still got $2 million to play with.
Yeah, but that money.
I used that argument with him. He didn't like it.
But that money represents like you've traded your leg for it.
And
so
I
then it's like
even,
every boat you bought or every luxury item.
You'd be like, done a robot leg because the technology is changing so fast. I think my argument was you go tried and true. I think you go wood. With cloth insert.
Oh, like a pirate?
Yeah, I think you go like standard because that way you can use the money for other things. You just have to accept that, you have to wait until they have the real flesh.
Yeah, if you would have gone with a peg leg, you'd still be in radio.
Yeah, be a good gimmick though. Especially in Tampa. Especially in Tampa radio, you got a peg leg, you're the number one show.
The Buccaneers don't want that guy. Yeah, come
seriously.
on. Come on.
And I'd wear the fake eye patch, and it'd bother me. Like I'd have to take it off at the break room.
Eyes
Like, God damn, Be like, oh shit.
And we also learned that wasn't it didn't have anything to do with an injury. I think you taught us this.
Yeah, it can just be for healing purposes.
Well, I thought it was so you could, when you were going in and out, when you would go inside, you could read maps because it's dark inside the cabin with your cabin boy in there. How do you fuck your cabin boy if you can't see him? You got to be able to see him.
Explosion of the week.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Are you struggling, Ross? I see your
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's going to be a different explosion of the week. Real soon.
It doesn't feel good. I got to play your song though, right?
Yeah. We got
Because there is a song for Explosion of the Week now. Now this is a funny update.
Okay.
The AI program that I use to do the songs now is now it's like they gave you a version 3, the Suno app.
Yeah.
So guys, if you are using the Suno app, I'm using it now, and they gave you an update where now it does endings, and it created this song for Explosion of the Week.
So good.
This is like a la Journey or something. This is a fucking good song right here. We go.
We're gonna light it up, gonna make it explode. Feel the heat, watch the flames as they grow. The sparks are flying, we're ready to ignite. With every beat, we're dynamite. Boom, boom, here we go. It's Explosion of the Week. Get ready for the blast. It's a thrill you cannot see. We're gonna rock this place, turn it up to the max. Feel the energy. It's a fire that can't be tamed. Oh yeah. Boom, boom, here we go. It's Explosion of the Week. Get ready for the blast. It's a thrill you cannot see. We're gonna rock this place, turn it up to the max. Feel the energy. It's a fire you can't be tamed.
It's fucking great.
If you're a musician, you're fucked.
It's fucking great.
What
It's
are you
fucking great. Ross, I've been dancing. Ross put it on his workout playlist.
Taylor Swift sings that. It's a number one hit. It's a number one fucking
It's
hit.
a fucking great song.
I'm Tom Van, and I approve this message.
You get out of here. You get out of here. Not you.
All right. Explosion of the Week.
Yeah.
So I'm walking my dog, and she's like, I can't walk her too far because she suffered an injury recently that I don't want to get into right now. I'm walking her up the block, and as we're walking, a city of Orlando truck pulls up, like this big truck the size of like a fucking bus, right?
Okay.
And it's got all kinds of tubes and shit hanging off of it. And I'm like, you guys know there's been a lot going on. So I was like, kind of like, I should maybe tell my wife about, cities rolling up on our block. Maybe she could investigate. But I was like, I think she was like taking a mental health day even. I was like, she probably doesn't even fucking want to deal with it. So just walked past them, went on with my day, walked the dog, came back. By the time I'm getting back, they're popping the sanitary manholes on my street.
Okay.
They're popping the manholes. Walk the dog past them, go up to the house, feed the dog, get her a little treat for the walk, go to get her some water. Her water dish is right outside the bathroom, so usually I'll just go in the bathroom, empty out the dirty water, and get her some bathroom water, put it right back down. I grab her dish, dump it in my bathroom sink, and my toilet explodes.
Hold on. What do you mean it explodes?
I pick up the dog dish from the floor, 2 steps to my bathroom sink. I upend it. Water like falls from the bowl into the sink, and my toilet erupts like the Lake Eola fountain.
With doo-doo?
It was empty and like and clean as a toilet ever is. But water exploded out of my toilet
At the same exact time as you.
so that I'm for momentarily convinced, did I do that with the dog water? And then like I'm flummoxed for a minute, and it's just going blar blar and just like blew. And I slam the lid down. That's my first move, and then I'm like, oh, it's those fucking assholes out in the street with that truck and the big tubes and all.
Oh no!
And so I run outside, and they're set up at the end of my street. I'm on a dead end, so they're set up at the end of my street where you come in, and they're set up down at the dead end where the line terminates, and that's closer to me. So I run to the dead end side, and I'm gonna give them like the hey. Stop! You're blowing up my toilet. And the guy at that end goes. He like points to the other end. To be fair, that's the big ass truck with all the tubes.
Okay.
And you don't have a radio? You can tell that guy like cut the fucking thing. You're blowing up my toilet. So like it's like I don't know, 1,500 feet up the street to this guy.
Okay.
And the truck.
You have to use your speed.
He's at the back of the truck, and I can see like he sees me coming. He sees me give him the wave and the cut, and like he just like. Keeps popping back behind the truck and like popping out to like see if I'm still coming. I'm like, all right, well,
the fuck do you want? I like those guys. That's my voice for every guy that does that job. Hey, what the fuck do we got in?
Yeah, so he's basically doing something to the main sewer line and is causing.
They had some kind of fucking tube in that thing.
All right.
Hey, you got dog water all over my poo. Like I don't know.
So I finally get within hailing distance and I go, hey, you blew up my toilet. And I kind of go I'm a half Italian. I'm talking with my hands. I go like, hey, you blew up my toilet. And I do like, kind of jazz hands up. Like,
that's warranted,
and
dude. I'm surprised you didn't do more than that.
He looks me right in the eyes and goes,
No, he did not.
He does the hands back at me.
Did you start wailing in his face? Did you start punching him? No, he did not. No, he did not.
I swear
I like that.
to fucking God.
Did you just start punching him? Just cranking him into the
Oh, little baby, I poo-poo out of toilet. They're making fun of bullying you.
face? That's the craziest noise. Dude, then I think I have more of a temper than you do. I think I will reaction punch the person in the face.
You know, I've been bragging lately about my flatline blood pulse.
You have been doing good. You've been doing good.
My vision narrowed to a point. I saw blackness creeping in from the sides.
Yeah.
And I gave him a little. I didn't really. I was more.
The chat room loves the noise.
So he gives me that, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys blew up my toilet. You blew water came blowing out of my levels," and I go. Nobody was on it. I was right there to take care of it. But what if my wife had been sitting there taking a shit or something? And he goes,
I would have.
His response, he didn't say it, but his response to me, that would be funny as fuck, dude.
Well, I'm just laughing at the fact that you, during the example, brought up your wife taking a shit.
Hey, man, what if my wife was taking a shit? This might be your greatest story.
Rarely do I get in an argument with people and bring up my wife shitting.
And then I realized at a certain point he goes like, come on, I'll show you where your clean out is. And I go, I know where my fucking clean out is for my sewer. You guys just blew blew air into the pipes or something and it came out my fucking toilet. And he's like, all right, well, we're done with that now. And I'm like, okay, you're done with that? And he's like, yeah, we're done with that. Come on, I'll show you where the clean out is. I was like, if you're done, I don't fucking need you. I especially don't need you to show where my fucking clean out is. I almost hit it in my car.
Was he trying to be nice by doing that? Like if the sewer guy goes, hey, come here, I'll show you where the clean out is.
No, it was
A, I don't know what that is. B, don't show me anything.
It was some kind of bullshit appeasement move. Like, here, look, there's your sewer clean out. That'll take care of all your problems.
Full transparency.
Yeah. And then I'm like, all I needed was a little heads up. That's fine. Like, I could have closed my toilet lid. I could have opened the clean out so the air comes out there instead of blowing all the way up to my toilet. But no fucking heads up. You guys should have given me a heads up. He's like, whatever. That guy literally no satisfaction. And then so I go and I'm telling my wife what happened, and then I'm like, I guess I'm going to clean up, but let me just go see if they're done. And then I go talk to the other end of the street, because maybe there's a fucking human being down there. And that guy, I was like, you guys are done? He's like, yes, sir. And he's real polite. He's like, our supervisor will be out here soon if you want to talk. I was like, I don't care about talking to your supervisor. I was like, I can call people at the city if I know people at the city if I want to fucking talk to people at the city. But and then he goes, what did he say? I go, what's that guy's name at the end of the street, by the way? And he just goes, Serge.
Oh, he knew. He got the surge.
They were done with it. And I didn't put it together how hilarious that guy's name is Serge. He sent a Serge air into my fucking toilet.
If I was Serge, I would wait until your wife got home. And then give it 30 Mississippis, and I'm like, hit the air blast. Blow her off the toilet. I'm Serge.
I was watching for it the whole rest of the day.
I bet.
So that's Exposure of the Week.
That's fantastic.
Confrontation of the Week in there, too.
Wow.
Now they're mixing to the worlds
we've never had them morph together like that. Holy smokes, man. Right. That's fantastic.
And if you're ready, I guess we can do the dog.
Yeah. No, by the way, Ross, I noticed you're sweating.
Do you need me to turn the air down?
Are you good?
It's solely belly related. Okay, and actually talking's helping. Like it's making the nausea go.
I might have some Pepto or something.
No, I'm on enough stuff.
You got to be careful with that too. You can't go too far the other way.
Do you want to just do 2 seconds of the Confrontation of the Week theme, or is that?
I love. Okay. Everybody loves it. I just don't. I don't want to make you.
The Jackal is so good.
Yeah. Let's play it because it is probably our best. I think it's probably the crowd favorite, right?
Ross! What do you mean? You need to see ID.
That's.
Won't get my money.
I'll pull it from when you did it the first time and layer it in there. Oh.
I wish I had it on video. You wouldn't believe it, other than seeing it.
I think I'm more impressed that you didn't kill him.
because I was hot already, and then just the utter lack of any human empathy, just really, just like.
It's a bizarre one I've never seen before. I've never heard of that. That's great.
In a different universe, I might even appreciate it. So you guys know about that little dog Bella that was jumping the fence and coming over to see my dog and stuff. And so I forget how many times it was when I had that. When I kidnapped, I think it was the fourth time I kidnapped it for a couple hours.
That's what I think I remember.
And just held it and tried to give them a sense of urgency about watching their fucking dog. And then so the next time we see Bella, she ran up in my house.
All right.
She jumped the fence, came over our fence, and we had the back door up. We do laundry in the back, and our house is weird because it's a built-in garage. So the only way in and out of the back is one door at the back, and we just leave it open a lot of the time to get to the backyard. And so it was wide open, and we have like these weird little gull wing doors kind of to come in out of that room. So Bella just fucking runs in the door, busts her head right through the gull wing doors like a goddamn. She's walking into the saloon, and I'm like, and suddenly I'm in my kitchen. I'm like, it was like seeing the toilet explode right after I poured water, and it's like. There's a dog in my kitchen, but it's not my dog. What the fuck is this? It takes you a minute to process.
Yeah.
And so I can put together this fucking dog again. I'm like, oh shit, okay, Bella. And I'm like, we kind of like, and she runs up. She's like all through the house. She's sniffing at Shadow's bowl, and like she comes in, she sniffs Shadow, and it's like. It's okay at this point, right? And so, like, we're
Somebody blow up the toilet in here.
We're like, Bella, you silly little goof, get out in the yard, and I'll go get my leash, and I'll take you back to your fucking owners again. And so we kind of shoo her back out the back door, and the neighbor dog that was around is like at the back door, step. He was like. He saw Bella run up in, but he's too well behaved to come in himself. So he's just there, like, waiting to see how this all shakes out. So Bella out the door, that dog's there too, and they're like running around in my yard. Shadow comes running out, and so we got like a 3-dog scrum going on, and Shadow is an asshole, as previously described. Like she does a lot of like, grrr, she'll do like, grrr, and then like just go back to normal, And like the neighbor dog, she did that. She was like, grrr, a couple times to him. And he's like, yeah, whatever. I'm from the street, so let's run around this fire pit, and it was all good. So it's fine. So they're kind of fooling around for a minute, and then Shadow to the little dog Bella goes, grrr, like kind of side gurs her, and Bella turned into a fucking chomping machine, just like jaws of death,
bite
dude.
crazy.
Yeah, and so the neighbor dog's kind of in the mix, and he's like. What are you two fucking idiots doing? He's barking and kind of like, hey, knock it off. He's like kind of trying to break it up a little bit as a dog.
And they're full on biting each other.
Shadow wants nothing to do with it.
Okay.
So Bella's being attacked, or Bella is attacking Shadow.
Shadow went like, grrr, like, hey, this is my yard. Let's play by my rules or whatever. And Bella at that point just started chomping.
And Shadow's your dog.
Shadow's my dog. 90 pounds to like Bella's maybe like 45, 50, something like that. And like a big beast of a bruiser, but just like so sweet and like not a chompy bone in her body. Like
big for nothing.
She wouldn't exactly. She's EJ, and so Bella is like chomping, and at this point she's getting like Shadow's kind of like she's trying to get away, but when the chomp happens, she's also going like "Garr, garr," like get off of me, So like full chomps aren't occurring. Like Bella's getting a big mouthful of fur, and then kind of like and not being able to penetrate, and then so at a certain point, like I grew up in an alley, so I know.
You grew up in an alley.
I'm born and raised in an alley. How do you not know that?
So I know for a fact, you when you're breaking up a dog fight, you don't reach in there
Use
with
your
your
pool
hands.
cue. Everybody knows that.
You don't reach in there with your hands. Like that's how you lose a finger.
Use your work boots. Put a work boot on each hand.
And the hose is right there, but like Shadow's getting chomped, and I don't want to like take time to go get the hose and like come over and see if that works. So I just start booting Bella in the fucking skull. Like, I am.
You're kicking the dog in the head.
It's the alleyway way. You just start smashing the dog's head.
Me and my kid had just gone shooting. We had just gotten back from the range.
So you were all hopped up on testosterone. You're ready to kill something.
I had long jeans and boots on. So I'm like, in a best case scenario.
And a Bret Michaels airbrushed cowboy hat.
Duster. Best case scenario, I would get the hose in a perfect world, but like that's just going to be like 2 minutes of chomping. And so I'm like, all right, I got to.
Time is of the essence.
I got to put the boot to this dog.
Yeah, you do.
And so I started just kicking this fucking dog off of my dog. And what keeps happening is like I'll kick her, And this dog is so dialed in, the kicks are not even like really registering. Like I'm physically knocking the dog off of my dog, but then he kind of just like shakes his head and goes right back to chomping, you know? And it's totally fixated on Shadow. I'm kicking it. It's not even trying to chomp my foot. The other dog's in the mix like, "Grr, grr, grr, get out of here." Like, it's not trying to chomp him at all. It just is chomping the shit out of Shadow. And Shadow, like, she's trying to get away, and she's turning around to like, "Hey, stop it." You know, she's like, so I keep getting the dog off. She re-chomps. I get her off. She re-chomps.
And this is happening in your backyard?
Like, literally right outside my laundry room door.
Okay,
like, right. Might as well be in my house. Like, it's happening. So I'm like, I get her a good boot, knock her back like a foot, right? And I grab my dog, 90 fucking pounds, and I just physically yank her by her scruff, like out of the fray, because I'm just trying to get her away and out. Hopefully that does it. And this little fucking dog like flashes up, and while I had her by the scruff and I was yanking her away, just latches onto her back leg and just savages the shit out of it.
Oh, man.
And so at that point, I have Shadow out of the way. I kind of kick it with the other foot. The guys next door grab their dog, and I kind of just keep it away with my foot until like the madness subsides, and we get Shadow inside, and I tell my wife, go look at her and see if she's all right. And so the biggest wound was on her back haunch in like the deepest fur, and so we didn't see it at first. You know, my wife went in and she checked her, and she's like, yeah, she seems okay.
Yeah, you can't see it in the fur. Like, and they don't. It doesn't, like, if it's a puncture wound, sometimes it won't even bleed.
There was surprisingly little blood. This was a huge gaping. I sent you a picture. Huge gaping hole, and there's like almost no blood. It was really weird in that respect.
It's something about their fur and like just probably
it seems very much
ability.
like what would have happened, like the way it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
This dog will go and hide and heal up.
Yeah.
You know, but
if they bled out every fight they got in, there, dogs wouldn't exist.
There you go. You heard it from Tom. You heard it from Tom. You heard it from Tom.
Me and Serge know. We're going to blow your wife off the toilet.
So Shadow's inside. I get the leash on this dog, and I take it back to his fucking house.
How mad are you? Are you more mad at Serge or more mad at the dog lady?
At this point, I'm more amused than anything, because my wife checked on Shadow, and we thought Shadow was okay. So I'm more than anything, I'm amused. Like I'm like,
how the hell did this happen again? Now the dog is biting my dog.
And I'm kind of like, you know what? I got to kick a dog freebie. You know, like that.
I've always wanted to kick a dog. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Should I not say that?
In the normal, I want to kick a dog.
No, I'm the ultimate animal lover on this show, right? I love the PV dogs, but I'm not gonna lie to you and say that if Ross came to me and said like, "Hey, there's this guy down the street. You know those rooms where you get to go in with a bat and beat up an old TV? Yeah. They got this room with these like they got, I don't even know what now. It'd be like it'd have to be like a robot dog. It'd have to be a robot dog.
A dog could take a kick though.
I feel like turns out. Okay, no, I would say let me say my example. A better example. If I would like a dog, it would have to be where a bigger dog is about to kill a pee-pee. Maybe it's a stunt dog that's like stunting to kill a pee-pee, and I rush in and kick it in the ribs twice just to see what it feels like.
Dude, some like especially different breeds, like a Cop's German Shepherd. I've been like bitten by one with a whole arm thing, whatever, for a radio bit.
Yeah, I remember that.
And like you're like, it's a dog, it's small. You know, like how strong could it possibly be? When it bites a hold of the fucking, the big arm that they bite, the training arm, and it starts shaking you, it's like, holy shit. Like, it's like if a grown-ass 190-pound man that was fit grabbed your arm and just started whipping you back and forth because they're just fucking pure muscle.
Because my dog's 90 pounds, but like 50 of it is neck.
Yeah. They're built strong. Anyway.
So we thought Shadow was okay at this point. So I'm more than anything, I'm like kind of amused. Like, hey, I got to break up a dog fight. That was neat. You know, like that was kind of an interesting thing. I'll talk about that on Tom and Dan. And that's when I took like a picture of the dog and I put it in the BDM group. I was like, look who's back for a visit. And I walk it back around the fucking corner again to the fucking house. And the lady answers the door again. And she said, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm like, well, believe it. Here she is.
Hold on, lady. You can believe it. Because this is the fifth time you brought the dog back?
Probably more than that, right?
Why are you so surprised?
And like every other time, like I immediately like took her collar off and like shoot her in the house. Like, there's your fucking dog. This time, I kept the leash and I kept her on the collar and I started like talking to this lady, and it was so funny because the dog Bella like tucked her tail between her legs and sat on my feet. Like the dog could not have displayed like any more submissive, and like just like looked at the lady like all sad eyed, like I fucked up, mom. Like like
It's weird that they do that. How do they know?
Yeah.
I mean, they live with us. They know our moods
Well,
and stuff.
they
and,
also feed off of our emotions too and our facial expressions. I was reading that. There's an article about that. Remember that I told you a couple of weeks ago? There was an article about like how your dogs want to make you laugh. They'll read your facial expressions, or at least scientists think that they do, and that they try to emulate and do the things that they can get certain. Get you to emote certain expressions. So it's almost a form of humor or a form of comedy.
Because they're feeding on. They just understand it. It's
they don't
weird to me.
They don't understand it. They like that.
They know it gets a result.
They know it gets a result. Exactly.
Oh, okay, so it's like
it's
a
not an
training
understanding.
thing. It's just like if I do this, then I'm less likely maybe get food.
Right.
Okay.
Bingo.
So the dog, like, even just pack mentality. That's its, mom or whatever. And here I am dressing her down, so like I'm elevated above it. So it's like super submissive to me. So it's sitting on my feet, like look at his mom all sad, and I'm like, hey, listen, it happened again, and this time there was a fight. Like your dog was all over my dog. And she's like, oh, she's okay. It's like, she seems okay now. And Lady's like, well, if there's any vet bills, let us know. And this will come into play later. And I'm like, okay, she seems okay now. I'm going to go home and give her a bath and check up on her, and we'll let you know or whatever. But yeah, keep a fucking eye on your dog. And the thing.
It'll never happen again.
She never said that, because like that would actually
I never say that for anything.
That would be a step up from where this lady's at, because she keeps repeating this phrase, I just don't understand. My dog doesn't escape like that. My dog doesn't attack other dogs. And I'm like, yes, it fucking does, lady.
Not my dog.
You're in denial. Just get past your fucking denial and let's move on. So I go back. Shadow, like, she seems okay at this time, but like there's big matted clumps of fur where this dog has like grabbed her with his mouth and left like foamy chaw marks on her.
Chomp marks.
And so like I'm like, come on, Shadow, let's get you a bath. I give her a bath. And at one point in the bath, I'm washing her, and she seems fine. Everything's going okay. But like at one point, I'm touching her back leg, and she screams. She's like, ah! Like she freaks out. I'm like, oh, okay, so you do have a little something, huh? And so get her dried off.
She didn't make that noise.
Get her a treat. We get her laid out on the couch because again, my wife fucking ruined this dog.
Oh, I'm ruining Gansby right now. Yeah, he's the worst dog. He is like Andrea. It was her gift. Remember, guys, it's not her dog anymore. It's mine. Yeah, fully mine.
Here's the tip: just go ahead and put like sheets on your couch. That's all you.
It's ruined.
It's ruined. So yeah, Shadow's all laid on the couch. I'm kind of looking at her leg, and I see a spot on her leg where there's like an obvious chomp mark. Like there's a chomp had happened, and there's two little like pinholes where it's a little bit bloody at the side. And we saw when she was laying down like a little bit of blood here and there, but not like gushing blood or anything.
My dog doesn't do this. That was a chupacabra.
So this all happened like Friday afternoon, right? And then so that night we thought that little chomp mark was it. And it wasn't until I think like Saturday evening she was feeling a little bit more spry, and I took her for a walk. And at that point she was up on her legs, and you could see her back haunch, and there's just a fucking like dirty hole in her leg from where this dog chomped her out.
Okay.
And that's Saturday. Like, no, there's not a vet open on fucking Sunday. So all day Sunday, she's like putting up with it. And then Monday, first thing I go over to the lady.
Well, you can go to the one that's open, but it's $9,000 just for them to see you.
Yeah.
And I won't. I'm just saying this, and maybe this like people will be like, Dan, that's terrible. I've done that twice. Yeah. I will not do that again, I don't think, because...
You're like, wait, it's 500 times more for Sunday night? It shouldn't be that much more.
It's like such with Luscious, the Dalmatian that I rescued, just to give you a real number, $12,000 on that dog, and she died.
Yeah. Emergency vet.
I put... With me and the girl I was dating at the time, that's how much money we put in, and then 6 months dead.
Yeah.
It's an ultimate business, too. It's either pay us or the thing you love dies. Because they always pay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like your beloved dog or a pet, the person's going to pay the emergency vet bill.
I say that now, but I big talk now. I'm like, I'll never do it again. I'll probably do it.
Who's going to make the decision, like, we're going home and watching our dog die?
So for me, in like a non-life-threatening situation, this was all day Sunday. All day Sunday was like, no, it was, should I take her? Because it is big, raw, and gross looking. Right. I don't want her to get a fever and die from it.
What if they tell you, like, if you would have taken her 12 hours earlier, she would, you live with that.
Right.
Or the other side is like, we could have waited till Monday and saved literally thousands of dollars on the procedure. So so Monday, I forget the exact order. Yeah, so I went. I tried calling my vet, and their fucking phone number wasn't working for some reason. And so, like, I'm like, fuck it, it's a mile away. I'll just drive there. So I drive to my vet, and I'm like, hey, my dog got attacked by another dog. Can you get her in today? And they're like, she goes and checks. She's like, oh, our regular doctor isn't in today.
But we do have Dr. Dre.
It'd have to be tomorrow for her. And but here's a number for like a vet ER or whatever. And I'm like, I hate doing this, and it didn't work, and I felt bad about doing it, but I was like, and she's like, yo, so we come back Tuesday, and I was like, I don't know, something about the way I treated. I doubt I'll be back here again, you know, like, because I'm so terrified for my dog. I'm trying to all the cards.
I think
Karen, I'll play the Karen card.
You get a pass on that.
And,
no. That's just called frustration.
So
that's just frustration.
I tried playing it, and they were like, all right, well, good day, sir. And I get out to my car, and I'm like, boy, I'm really going to regret that when I have to call these motherfuckers and schedule that Tuesday appointment.
Especially if they use the red Sharpie on your file to show that you're a problem person.
Yeah, and they're like, no one wants to be veterinarians anymore, so the business is safe.
Our veterinarian left to start his OnlyFans.
So I get in Waze, and I just type in vet in Waze, and I'm like, who's around me? And I find
and
this.
It's a little ghost Waze. What is that guy? Is it a ghost?
Little blue ghost?
The Waze guy. Is it a car? What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess
somebody get back to me on that. But anyway, so you look it up on Waze.
Find a place, and they're like, yeah, we'll get her in right away. So yeah, she got in. Oh, and then so I go to the lady's house because I don't have her number, and I go to the lady's house, and I'm like, hey, I am gonna have to take Shadow to the vet, and or actually, I dropped Shadow at the vet to do. They were gonna they're doing like a pre-thing. They're cleaning it up, getting a cone on her and shit, and then they're going to do surgery the next day. And so I'm like, hey, Shadow's at the vet. Just so you know, I am going to be. You're going to pay for this.
Yeah.
You said it like that?
You said it like a villain?
You'll rue the day?
You don't have to phrase it like that.
Did you say you'll never work in this town again?
I'll submit the bill to you. You're going to pay for this.
You're going to pay for this.
Because that's
the greatest thing you've ever said. That's your new T-shirt.
That's technically right, and also a threat.
Yeah, I love it. It's perfect, Ross. It's actually what you should say. Because it's not, if anybody goes, that was a threat, you're like, no, it's not. She said she would pay for it, so I'm saying you're going to pay for that.
So, yeah, so that conversation happens, and I get her phone number, and she's being shitty about it. She's being really shitty about it. And then, so I get her phone number, and then she starts texting me weird texts. She's like, okay, she's like, when you know how much it is, I can Venmo you the money. And I'm like, well, that's not going to work because, like, I'm an old man and I don't really understand Venmo. And, like,
you have Venmo?
I have Venmo.
Hey, I'm going to fist bump you because I ain't got no Venmo.
You don't have Venmo?
I'm an old man. I don't do Venmo. I need a cashier's check to take to the vet.
I was forced to get Venmo and understand it because everybody kept saying, like, hey, digitally send me this cash. And then I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I was ashamed into getting it all.
They call me money order daddy.
I have Venmo only because every once in a while there's a comedy show that only pays you in Venmo.
Yeah.
And every time I get paid in Venmo, I just immediately buy Bitcoin with it because I don't know how to get the money out of it. Venmo at all. It's just stuck in there to me.
Hashtag go Venmo.
So yeah, she goes, I can Venmo you the money, and I'm like, that won't work. Does the vet even take Venmo? I don't fucking know. I was like, you're gonna have to like.
The vet doesn't take Venmo.
I was like, listen, I'll get you the bill, and then cash is the only solution for this lady. And then she goes, well, I want to see the bill from the vet, and I'm like, okay. And they had sent me like an email with a preliminary bill. Like, here's what we think it's going to be.
Like an estimate, sure.
Yeah.
And I go to my email. I'm going to forward this to her. And while I'm like in my email, she texts me, I'd actually rather just pay the vet directly. And so I'm like, okay, hold on. I call the vet and I'm like, hey, the lady that her dog bit my dog, she wants to pay you guys directly. Can you do that? They're like, yeah, no problem. We'll take care of that. And I'm like, great. I hang up with them.
But by the way, that's a passive insult to you.
Absolutely.
She's insinuating that if she gave the money to you, you just spend it on drugs
and pornography.
Yeah, it's like when the person in your life asks for money a million times and you're like,
I'll buy you food.
She's like,
I'll buy you food cards.
I'll pay your car insurance myself.
Exactly.
It's an insult to
my
them.
mom used to do that with my aunt because she knew she was going to drink make all the money.
See, I think it's even worse. I assume
All Miller Lite. My mom would give her $1,000. She'd take the $1,000.
Oh, that's a lot of Miller Lite.
Oh, it's a lot. This was
In
in
the
the 80s.
80s?
Thank you,
Oh,
Ross.
so
That's
much
a
Miller Lite.
shit ton of Miller.
It's like
That's
a tractor trailer.
That is enough Miller Lite.
That's
for-
how much the Bandit was running.
Exactly. That is so much Miller Lite that when your mom shows up and opens the door, she finds you and your Indian boyfriend naked laying on the floor of your trailer.
And here's what
That's a
I
true
know.
story.
Here's what I know about
Trash.
vet bills is they're not reasonable. They're never
No.
no one has ever received a vet bill that said, "Oh, it's less than I thought." It's never happened.
No.
And you're
Every time you
always
go,
going to
it's
be
like
shocked by
$800.
yes.
Every time I take Dansby in, I take Dansby in. They're like, it was just a checkup. Everything's fine. He's just a puppy. Nothing big today. $300.
Oh, you're talking stitches, and then just them shaving it and bathing it, and then there's some tests and a blood test. All
I don't like the shaving.
$1,800.
Of it. I don't like the shaving of it.
For a dog surgery that I didn't have to pay for, I thought this was very reasonable.
No,
Right.
yeah. Well, also you want it to be high to stick it.
Oh, yeah.
Get this.
Would make her pay for it.
Yeah. So yeah, she goes. She says she wants to see the bill, and then I'm like about to send it to her, and then she says I'd rather pay the vet directly. So I call them to see if that's possible. I confirm with them that it is, and like literally as I hang up with the vet, she calls me, and I'm like, hello, and she goes, where's that bill at? I want to see that bill, and I was like, ma'am, I was just about to send it to you, but then you texted me that you wanted to pay the vet directly, so I called them to confirm that they could do that. So like she's being just so shitty.
Oh yeah. Well, she knows the 1,800 is coming.
An X-ray.
Oh, and I forgot. There was
shaving.
when I was like after I drop off
Medication.
Shadow, when I was doing the initial like, hey, you're gonna pay visit. At one point, she was telling me my dog doesn't do this. She doesn't run away. She doesn't bite people. And I was like, she does. And then this dog comes running down the street, and it's a brown bulldog, just like her dog. And I was like, is that your dog right now? And it wasn't. It was just a different dog. And she acted real smug about it. Like, no, see, it wasn't my dog. She got to act.
To this time.
She got to act real smug for like 1 fucking minute.
I bet you got a lot of enjoyment out of that, didn't you? Yeah.
Did she?
So I sent her the bill, and I'm sure she shit herself because the initial estimate was like for $1,000 plus.
Oh.
And then the first day, like I said, they did a cleanup and it was gross looking. There was all this dirty flesh hanging off of it.
You got to
and,
trim it. Yeah.
They had to like trim the meat around the edge to make a nice like clean hole that they could surgery up the next day. I think that was $500. And there was a little bit of friction because like also Shadow hadn't been to the vet for like a year, so she had to get like a rabies shot and like heartworm
Did
test.
she make you take that off the bill?
Oh, you put it all in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you got to roll it in.
That was all rolled together, and then she paid it for everything except for the $30 heartworm test. I'm like, okay, great, whatever. And
she really
paid
did
it?
that?
No, she paid everything but the heartworm
Oh,
test.
yeah, okay.
Really? She really made you itemize it, huh? I don't
Yes.
think I do that. I think
Yeah.
if I'm to blame, I got it all. It's fine, whatever.
You know, that's interesting because I would have just, guessed that there's no way this lady is going to have the extra money to even pay $1,500 off. You know what I'm saying? Because
You just throw it on a credit
card. That's what she did.
Oh, okay, it's a credit
you
card.
just throw it on credit.
I got receipts. She paid by credit card.
I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, I'm not going to just take cash. I mean, I'd probably put it on a credit card too.
Yeah, but most of the time your credit cards are full. There's just no way. There's nothing that can be done.
Not in
Nothing
my
can be
house,
done.
'cause I'm not allowed to have them. They're only for emergencies.
And then so the next day we go back, and that's the surgery day, and I think that one was close to like $1,000 minus $60 for flea and tick medicine. And she ended up with like 10 staples stapled together, and then she has to, this is really the hardest part, she has to wear a cone around her head for 10 days. And it's so, she hates it, and for like 2 days straight she just cried. She just for like 2 days about this fucking cone.
Yeah, it's the worst.
They
They got those inflatable ones now, or they got like the suits, surgical suits you can put them in. They got so much weird dog stuff now.
Does your dog, I remember Lena used to, when she had that cone on, just like go into the corner of a room and just get frozen there.
Yeah.
Like she didn't
You
understand.
can't move. It's like a Roomba trapped.
Like
under a chair.
Yeah, she would just get frozen with it every once in a while. Then we'd have to literally physically point her in a different direction.
I like that. It makes me laugh. But, I mean, it's not. I mean, I shouldn't laugh at it, but
like
she did like 2 or 3 days of like, she'd go run for the door and the edge of it would catch the door, and she'd just like do a barrel roll out of the door. But now she's kind of used to it, and she'll use she bumps me with it. Like when we come back from a walk, she like runs right up to my wife and just gives her a little bit of cone. Like, hey, look at me, like she's into it now.
I put them on backwards, so the cone. So the narrow part is around the dog's neck, and then the cone flared part goes backwards. Don't think of it. It works better because then the dog can't move to get anything.
Yeah, there's just less around. Yeah.
And there's one more vet visit. She goes Monday to get her staples out, and I'm sure this lady thinks she's done paying for shit already. No, I got You're going to pay for these staples too, honey.
Well, you kind of tying
honey. So good.
Tying it into insurance fraud from the beginning story. Now, Ross, if you would have got hurt during that, you could have sued that lady's homeowner's insurance because that's why lawyers promote like dog bites because your homeowner's insurance will take care of your dog even if it bites someone on different property.
I got news for you, and this is part of my whole speech for her. If she was like a real dick about it, like you can do that even with a dog biting another dog because like.
Oh, you can sue their homeowners.
Yeah, you sure
I didn't know that.
can. Google it right now. It'll tell you between $10,000 and $80,000 average settlement. So, like,
Jesus,
I'm being real cool about this.
Yeah, you are.
Like,
you
I'm
are.
being real cool.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, you should get some new weight bench.
I could have.
You could have chopped off one or two fingers.
Yeah, exactly, like the guy. Yeah, put
a
them
couple
tourniquets,
$100,000 for
call
Mo.
the cops, put the tourniquets on.
Pay off that pergola.
There you go. There you go.
Let it nick your eye. So something valuable. We're like, I can't do stand up anymore.
Yeah.
Something. Oh, Mike, you can't hold the mic.
Bit my funny bone.
All right, let's take a break.
I gotta get plug something while I get this music ready to go here, buddy.
Okay, Pints and Paul's. That's a beer fest, and it's all for charity. For
you doing the dog event right now?
Pints and Paul's. It's for Pet Rescue by Judy, and I forgot the other rescue pet charity that it benefits. But
it's dog self-defense kicking classes.
It's in Sanford, where we do our beer fest, of course, in West End and Cellar City, and you can go enjoy Pints and Paul's. I know Eric's going to be out there. They do. It's dog friendly.
It is.
So bring your dog out.
But I like throwing this out there too. It is dog friendly, but make sure that this is the part that people forget. It's dog friendly, but it helps if your dog is friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dog friendly for friendly dogs.
Thank you. There you go. Yeah, because I do see people that are like, it's dog friendly, and then they bring out their killing machines.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, they're just holding them back there, just trying to fight the whole
that
time.
dog doesn't like that. All right. The name of the band, King Isis. Name of the song is Monkey. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan momentarily.
ModernPI.com. It's Modern Plumbing Industries. If you have any plumbing problem, this is the company to call. 10% off if you mention Tom and Dan. It's a second-generation family-owned business serving Central Florida since the 1970s.
Yeah.
So they're reliable. They have great pricing.
They like to have fun. They've been at our events where we're tossing the cornhole bags into tiny toilets. They're good people. We've had them in here a couple of times. And the last thing you want to have, the last thing you want to do is have a problem with like your plumbing.
Oh yeah.
Over the weekend or something, it'll ruin.
Doo-doo will come up through your shower.
I wasn't gonna say that. But yeah. I mean, when the doo-doo's coming up, you gotta get it handled.
They offer 24-hour service calls as well. Yep. So if you have doo-doo coming through your shower,
that is a reality. It can happen.
Residential, commercial, industrial, quality and integrity every time.
Yeah, man.
They're servicing Seminole, Orange, Lake, Volusia, and Osceola counties.
They've been doing it a very long time.
If you have a custom project, like they built my outdoor shower in my back patio, or if you have any sort of plumbing problem, it's modernpi.com.
Maisie has been playing drums lately. I was telling Ross a little bit about
Really?
it. Yeah. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
Tom.
Yeah,
and
but
behind the scenes, Tom is holding his pee this whole segment.
Yeah. I figured out the way to do it. And I don't know if you have to do this with your sons, but I was telling Ross, I just have to I can't go up there and show her anything. I can't drum along with her. I had to let her just go up and drum and ask to drum and just leave her alone.
Okay, yeah, all right.
And I hate it because she's doing everything wrong and it sounds like shit.
But if you try to teach her,
Yes.
it'll push her away.
Yes, and so it happened the other day. We're just in the beginning of it, but she goes up there about, like, this week. It was every day, like, for fun. And I'm like, oh, okay, we got something here. I can't fuck it up.
That's awesome.
I got to stay out of it. I got to know, like, just the right amount. I don't know. It's going to be delicate, but
You can't, like, there are certain, like, my kid loves basketball, and he doesn't want to play, like, one-on-one with me, but we can play horse every once in a while.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can warm in there sometimes.
Yeah, I got to figure something out. I think the first thing I'm going to start with is just a headphone splitter, because she's using the headphones on the virtual one. So that way I can listen to, we're both listening, and then that way, when I play, she can hear me play. Because she did give me a compliment. I played, like, just a simple beat. You know, just like a hip-hop beat.
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
was like, wow, Daddy, that's really good.
You don't suck at this like everything else, Daddy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's the first compliment. Like, I'm going to get emotional right now, but that's like one of one. I don't get a lot of those, dude. I don't get a lot of those.
Yeah, but at least she's showing some interest in something. I mean, obviously she's got dance that she's passionate about.
She seems to like music and rhythm. She
But
likes
yeah,
rhythm.
Because that's the easy part for me, that if your kid shows interest into something, then just, you know, help them with that journey and, you know,
Right.
help them mold that.
Just support
or
it.
Support it.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's, like, you know, with even Max, I'll take him to breakdancing.
You have to,
know,
yeah.
Whatever he wants with breakdancing or whatever. He's interested in everything. Like, you want to do soccer, like, he'll do whatever and then be interested in it. And then I got Tommy not interested in anything, which I was like
I
when
know
I was a
that guy,
kid.
yeah.
So was my wife.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was frustrating because I'm like, you have to do something because you need to be, you need to have something that you could practice at, that you can get better, to learn to get better at things.
He'll figure it out in his
passionate.
mid-30s.
Well, that's what I don't want. And then I'm telling him, like, you got to do something. He's like, I don't want to do nothing. And then he's like, you told me you didn't want to do nothing either. I was like, oh, I still don't want to
That's the
do
worst
nothing.
thing you did. The worst
And he's
thing
like,
you
look
ever
at
did.
you. And
You're
I'm like,
you're just
I-
like me and your mom.
I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, I hate myself, and so does everybody hates me around me. And they're like, you want to be me?
Did this conversation end in a murder-suicide?
It really did get real dark. Here, I can fix it. I can fix it really fast. I can fix it really fast with the latest trend that I guarantee that when I tell you this trend, Tom Van, I'm going to give you something. This will be the new thing.
All right.
It's going to transform your rhythm.
Ice bucket challenge.
I laying in bed and I just go up to my, what is it, For You page or whatever on Instagram, just the whatever on Reels they're going to send me. Where's my phone? And I go to look at my Instagram, and suddenly I start seeing nothing but women pulling their titties out,
Yep.
and then pushing their titties into baby dolls.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And it is a thing now that, and I'm pulling this up so I can show Ross. It's a thing now where
So that's not a real baby?
that is a baby doll.
So,
How good are those? So now women, I don't know, show you guys.
Yeah, our guests.
Yeah,
they
sure,
bought a
yeah,
Subaru,
yeah,
so they can
yeah,
go
yeah,
watch
you
the
get
show.
this. Thank you, Subaru.
Yeah.
This is the share the love event.
Yeah, it's
So
a big-breasted woman.
It is a woman with damn near perfect titties, big ones, big. Well, here, this guy talks about it too. Here.
Okay.
Hey guys, have you seen the latest Instagram nudity loophole that women have found where they essentially make fake breastfeeding videos? Yeah, you'll have typically a girl who doesn't even look like a mom whip out her jugs, full display, and then pull up clearly a fake baby. Clearly the baby is fake 99% of the time, and she's half-assed instructionally showing you how to breastfeed.
She's not.
And she does it for probably 20, 30 seconds, and then of course you click on her feed and it's 10, 20 videos of this, and then of course you click on the link tree, it's more of me, it's my ex, it's my Patreon, all of this. So it's essentially women marketing their OnlyFans and, you know, sub-sites just by whipping out their boobs for fake breastfeeding videos. And I think it's genius.
I think it's
All right, have a
genius
good
too.
weekend, guys.
I'm fucking down for it, dude. I'm here for the baby. Like,
He's like, and of course I clicked through, and then of course I subscribed.
yeah, I just do.
Of course I made it my homepage.
And then I'm watching her do porn.
Ross, like
Inevitably.
look at that. Look at how many. Look at how many.
See, I guess I don't get this because I thought the new thing was like you skirt the line on Instagram, and they're like, if you want to see more, go to my OnlyFans OnlyFans or my Patreon
They
or whatever.
do,
I
but
thought
this
that
is
was
free. Like this is
Yeah.
this I don't have to do anything. This is just ladies with big jugs whipping them out.
But it probably gets the most attention, therefore raising you up on the
Yeah.
algorithm
Yeah.
and giving you better marketing. Because like at first when Daniel showed me this and I'm watching it, I'm like, why are you doing this? Because I'm like, how can you make money off this? Like you can't advertise a product or whatever. But I wasn't even thinking about like, oh yeah,
Right, you
it's
can
just
get a million followers, and then a million followers, then you start talking about your products.
Yeah.
And then in the Instagram bio, there's always that link tree, and then in the link tree, you could buy porno videos.
I've never
from the
wanted
you
to
could
do
buy,
a link tree.
You know,
We don't even have one for our show.
OnlyFans videos, and like
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that with other influencers that do like cosplay, and like in all their bios is a link tree, and then you could buy certain videos from them.
pause. What kind of cosplay are you into, Tom?
No, well,
It was we follow the same girl that's local that was a guest on our show.
Oh, okay.
It's not. We
Okay.
don't have a
And-
myriad of cosplay people we follow.
no, and then we interviewed Dare Taylor that time, and she does that as well. Like, where it's just like you put up all these pictures of yourself just to cast net as many as you can,
Yeah.
and then a small percentage go into your paid portal, and that's how you make
I'm
money.
just surprised they haven't tried to shut this down by just saying. I mean, like, is breastfeeding is the need for women to show and normalize breastfeeding? Like, is that?
Do you remember?
Is that really that's a thing?
That's the thing, because it's been kind of villainized in society. So there's a pushback to like, this is normal, this is healthy, it's fine. But then,
Yeah, but it is. But can we also say ew, or can we also say, hey, I'm horny? Like, why
well,
can't we?
it's funny.
It's the same thing.
One of my finest moments as a caller to Real Radio was Buckethead went on this big tirade against ladies breastfeeding in public.
Okay.
And I called up and set him straight like a number of times about how
Oh, I'm
fucking
sure
wrong he was about that.
I mean, it's just a baby and it's just a tent.
Yeah, it's a lady feeding a baby, and they'd be like, oh, sexual. And I'm like, that's in your head, Buckethead, not in any
Right,
realistic.
right.
But why does that
capacity.
also make you mad? Like, even if I was at wherever Qdoba,
Oh, I'm so glad you said you know.
and then some lady, I was just saying a lie to some lady, just pulled her titties out. I'm like,
started
whoa! I mean, I just go back, but I wouldn't be offended or mad.
No. Remember the pizza?
I'd be
I was
texting
in the
Daniel.
pizza restaurant. I think
I'd
you
be
were
like, oh my
here.
god, this lady showed me her titties.
I was at St. Augustine, and the lady pulls her titties out. They were amazing, and she just pops one in her kid's mouth. And and the TV just happened to be over her. Remember that story?
And
I was looking at the
not
TV
gonna be
watching the
mad
game,
at
and I'm
her.
looking at the lady's titties too. They were great. It was a win-win for everybody. Fed baby, fed Daniel.
The false equivalency
Basketball.
that he would try to use to like beat me would be like, well, what if I just whip my dick out and start masturbating in public? And then I would be like, well, are you going to feed a baby with that Buckethead? Like,
Yeah, but even if you didn't, like feed the baby,
Is that what we're calling it now? Feeding the baby?
like your downstairs genitals are more offensive.
Yeah.
Just in general,
especially mine.
obviously.
Everything downstairs is more offensive.
oh yeah.
than your breasts.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, this reminds me. Dude, I don't know how I think this is going to revolutionize your life.
Oh my god,
Dan, you're absolutely going to do this tonight.
Okay.
So I've been having trouble sleeping.
Okay.
One of the things
Me
I've
too.
been one of the things I've been doing is like instead of like watching He-Man on my phone to fall asleep, and then it wakes me up like 20 minutes later when Skeletor goes or whatever, like I'd read a book to fall asleep.
Okay.
So like my wife, we turn the lights out. I'm reading a book. I got a book light, like a little eclipse to the book, and it's got like a little gooseneck.
Sure.
And then sometimes I'll put it up behind my shoulder, so it's kind of like peeking up behind my head, shining on the book. And I discovered, because my wife was laying next to me, and I was like, honey, I'm horny. And I like pull my pants down to show her my dick. If you put a flashlight right on your dick, you can shine a big dick shadow on your wall. Like
Like
you
the
know
bat
how you do
signal?
like the dog.
Amazing.
I called it the dick signal. I said it was the dick
This
signal.
is fantastic.
So, dude, get a flashlight.
Okay.
Get a hard on and project your dick shadow onto the wall.
Yeah, well, now
It
I just
is-
need a flashlight.
It is a 10 out of 10 fucking nighttime activity. I
I'm doing
guarantee
it.
Hold
you.
on, can I put that on Instagram? I think your
you
shadow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Only if you put a fake baby on it.
Hold on, everybody start posting their
Wait a minute,
shadows.
am I a pedophile or am I just trying to jack my algorithm? Okay, follow me here. If I buy plastic baby dolls and then start putting them on my neck to boost my algorithm, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's just, look, we got to do whatever we got to do in this digital landscape to get the numbers.
Do not do that.
I hate
It's got to be a shadow, baby.
Shadow baby.
I hate that you're right, but in a world where we've accepted a baby doll can include something
Yeah.
erogenous, that's perfectly reasonable.
Okay, thank you, Ross.
We will get no emails about this segment. Which is worse than anything we
Our
could
most
talk to
conservative
Brenda
listeners
about.
will actually we're laughing at this right
We're belly laughing.
now. Nothing perverted to see here, folks.
Anyway,
So just put two googly eyes on the wall, Dick Shadow, and take a picture. It'll be fucking awesome.
I'll totally do it. You
By the
know
way-
I'll do it too, and you also know I'll probably text you the
I'm
next
looking
day and
forward
say,
to
like,
the
"Hey,
picture,
I
yeah.
did it the other night. Yeah, I did the thing." And Andrea said, because she rolls her eyes a lot now. How long into your relationship before? Because you guys have been together a long time, and like all of our relationships are pretty. I think they're close to the same pattern of like we've just been with our significant others for a very long time.
literally my 16-year anniversary today.
Congratulations, buddy. That's fantastic.
Sorry, Kristen.
When did she start rolling her eyes and like not laughing at all?
Well, my wife, I had to teach humor. She was like very much, I would like say,
Math? She's the math.
so I would like say a joke where, like you would do a joke where like you say something that is like not real, like, I don't know, whatever. Just I
Sarcastic.
would make a joke and say something and she'd be like, really?
Oh, that's
You
it.
know, like,
Yeah.
and so I had to teach her humor, and now she's the funny engineer at work. So, like, it can't work.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's a rarity too. Funny engineer. That doesn't. You never hear.
Yeah,
that.
the bar's real low.
Yeah, I mean, but it's good. I mean, super smart people can be funny. They just like it's not. I don't think it's easy for them sometimes.
You were talking about reading a book before you go to sleep. I like to watch reels or TikTok videos and scroll, and then immediately start like, oh, time for sleep. And then when I close my eyes, my brain, I feel it like it's trying to find the scroll, like, and then I'm like, oh, this is killing me.
I do a lot of
This is killing society.
meditation. I do a lot of, and I did the Little John meditations. Did you guys hear any of those?
No, what is that?
Little John,
Okay.
the rapper, he did a series. This is like
What?
old news now, but I did listen to him this week. He has a meditation. It is very. He puts like jokes in it. Like here, I'll go to his. It's called Total Meditation.
Oh, shit.
Here's a little bit of his album. It's pretty good. Here he is.
Hey, it's Lil Jon. I'd like to welcome you to Total Meditation.
So it's like that, right? It's a lot of like it's just like, but he does things where he's like, and now. Let's turn down for what? Like he puts little jokes in there, and that's what makes it kind of like corny.
And then does he pop in and do a meditation?
No, they're real
Yeah.
yeah, a little bit like that. No, but he doesn't do it quite like that. He'll be like, he uses a lot of his, he does like, okay. Like that. He'd be like, let's begin.
Well, I wonder why he did this. Just for the joke?
He goes on to say that in some of his, like he's been using it for most of his performing life, and this is why he's able to appear on as many songs as he has and be, at his age, be, like relevant and still, like he says that meditation is like his thing, and he's always been that guy, and he wants to help other people by opening up their eyes to meditation and stuff like that.
And Little John was just a producer. That's how he started his...
and I think a featured artist, and he raps. I don't think he's considered a great vocalist, but he is a rapper.
Yeah, because
He's on like some all-time #1 songs,
Oh,
like,
sure.
Yeah. But he's basically, he produces and then he's guests on a lot of...
But he has his own
rappers. He's got
songs.
his own
too.
stuff.
Yeah, he
Okay.
released his own stuff as well.
And he also hangs out with Robin Hood. He's got that going on, too.
Yeah.
Just at the Super Bowl, and obviously his career has gone well over the past 20 years. So he could essentially do whatever he wants and just live off the Little John name, right? His brand.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, like, it's pretty cool that he did it. And it's not like it's all bullshit. Like, I listened to, like, a few of them and actually did the meditations, and they're good.
And there's a lot of creatives that do meditation. And I think now it's more popular to, like, talk about it. Like, David Lynch has a whole Transcendental Meditation Foundation.
Yeah, Questlove. I'm reading the Questlove book
yeah.
right now, and he goes into how he uses what he calls like micro meditations, and he like uses examples of how like I think you sometimes do this, where like somebody will come to you like with an idea, and then you're just kind of you're stunned by what you're listening to, and you're like
you
figuring
freeze.
it out.
Yeah,
and it's just like you just need to be alone in your head for a second, and then you're like kind of crunching the numbers,
Oh, I thought meditation was all about not thinking, like, or the absence of thought.
Oh, no, you'd be good at it.
I don't think it's the absence of thought. It's like not getting in the way of thoughts for me.
Okay.
like for me, a lot of things, like my mind, like it feels very. How do I describe that? It feels very.
It's like an explosion of different things all the time.
Sort of, yeah.
Hey, that's my bit.
And I'm usually getting involved in the right. I get involved in the what's happening up there, and the idea is to just let it kind of flow, and not get involved in it. You don't necessarily have to fix that thing, or that's a scary thought. You don't necessarily have to give it attention right now. Just let it flow.
God, it sucks that these things are so hard because all the cliches are true about like living a healthy life or what you could do to feel better, right? Is like the cliche of like, hey, if you eat healthy and exercise, you will feel better. And then it's like that's almost a universal truth. Like there's no way around it. Like if you ate healthy and exercised all the time, you will feel better than you did before, right? And then it's like the people talk about meditation, and everybody who meditates talks about how good and beneficial it is for them.
I love it. I don't
know
stick
it's
with
true,
it as much as I should. Yeah,
but it's so hard to do. Like
I'll do it.
I know if I did it,
I'll do it perfect for like a month, like every day. I'll do it every night before I go to bed. I'll do it the right way. I won't lay in bed. I'll sit. Like it's like a blank stare or a loose gaze. I'll look down the tip of my nose. I'll slowly close my eyes. I'll be sitting in a chair, aware in the moment. I'll do it for 30 days. I'll be like, man, I feel amazing. What do I want to do right now? I'm going to get totally fucked up.
But
that's what I always do. I always ruin it. No, I'm serious. I'm just telling you guys what I do.
Me and Daniel went on this bike ride. By the way, like Daniel was showing me the Katy Way Trail right here because you could ride out of the studio and get to it. So I brought my bike here.
So quick too.
We put on our fucking helmets.
Yeah, like nerds, and we took off.
And then so we're riding, and Daniel, we're going by. By the way, there's a bunch of roots in the goddamn trail. I hammered my taint. Like you're just hammering it.
He pushed the tip of his saddle right into his butthole like 5 times, super rapid fire, and he goes, yeah, on the bike trail, and I'm like, well, you all right?
And then Daniel had me lead on the way back, and I couldn't show him that I was a winded, tired with my legs.
Well, you were going into the wind, dude.
But so anyway, but after we got back, we're all like, did 11 miles or whatever, where it was like 48 minutes of cycling, and Daniel was like, oh my god, I just want to drink right now.
I was like,
and then I'm like, you're right, I want to drink too, because it's so much better after you did some hard exercise, but you're just ruining it all.
You ruin all of it.
It's like, but there is something gratifying about ruining what you just did. Even though it's hard, I hammered my taint, I'm tired. I'm like, I want to ruin it all. I'm just get drunk.
You lay there
all
sloppy.
for nothing.
I'm laying there on the kitchen floor in my underwear, sweaty. My wife's taking photos to shame me the next day.
But with meditation, can you quantify it after you do it long enough? Is there some results that you can notice? That's where it bothers me, because I can't, like with exercise, even this fucking triathlon training, like I've noticed that my cardio is way better than it ever has been in my life. And then I'm like running, in the rain across the street at Home Depot, and then I'm not winded by the time it gets to the door. Right. And I'm like, holy shit, that's never happened before. Like, even a small little trot, and I get kind of winded.
So I think when I do it, I feel like snappier. I feel like when I wake up, again, I'm not sticking with it. I need to.
Yeah.
But and I'm on it right now. Like I'm doing it right now, but like it's like I've just started re-rolling back into it.
Yeah, it's always small changes though, so it's not like a day and night thing that you could be like, oh my god, my life.
Well, here
is
I'll give you one. This is like TMI, and it's like, but it kind of goes in with the way Ross is feeling today. A lot of my anxiety is tied to my stomach. There is a brain gut link.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like so much of how I feel, even my stomach right now from anxiety is just like I can make myself sick. So the whole point of like when you're talking about like how do you quantify it, there was a time maybe 2 months ago where, I'm meditating consistently and staying as diligent as I possibly can be, and that I don't have any of that.
It went away.
It went away. Like, that side pain that I used to complain about? Ross probably remembers it. Remember the one where I smash on my side? Mm-hmm. If I meditate enough, if I really do put enough time and effort into calming myself down, preparing myself for sleep, and just being, really wise about it, I can fix it. I can make the pain go away.
Wow.
It's just really hard to do it all the time.
Yeah, and then it just goes to it's hard to have the discipline to.
It's all discipline. Everything's probably all discipline. I don't look at how good Ross looks, and how long have you been like just sticking to your?
And here I am about to throw up.
Should we take a break? We can take a break.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break.
Inching forward.
I see him.
Spray the
sweat is
floor.
back.
Yeah, I see him moving. Okay, here.
I'm about to laugh.
Let me hold on. Plug something. I'll get more music.
Okay. Well, let's see what. You can get a cameo from us if you go to tomanddan.com. You can click on the cameo link, and we can wish you happy birthday.
Give about 5 minutes to get a cameo of you puking.
Whatever you want the cameo to say, you just put it in the cameo, and me and Daniel will record. I'll record Ross puking if you want that. Just request it.
It's loud, right through the door.
He'll puke for $50. I don't know if anyone knows that.
The name of the band is Mannequin Pussy. The name of the song is I Got Heaven. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time to close it out and start your Friday.
Secured roofing and solar. A lot of people out there, their roofs are old, and it's affecting their insurance.
You got an old, ugly roof.
Yeah.
Oh, stinky old one.
And then your homeowner's insurance won't renew you because you have an old roof.
Yeah.
And then you have to get a new roof.
That's a Florida thing.
Yeah. Call Secured Roofing and Solar.
Did you forget their name for a split second? You did, right? Did I see it float out? I saw it float out. Hold on, let me tuck that back in.
You motherfucker.
Let me tuck that back in.
Wait, no one noticed. I didn't forget their name. I always remember their name.
Well, I have something I need to tell you.
You thought I forgot. I was thinking about what else to say.
Hold on a second. I'm going to make good.
All right.
On the last ad, and people don't know this, I was supposed to start the Modern PI ad. Couldn't start it. Couldn't remember Modern PI.
Don't
Does that help? Does that help?
No, it doesn't help.
We're losing our minds.
It hurts.
We're losing our minds.
Secured Roofing and Solar is the place to call if you need a new roof. Also, they'll work with the insurance company.
Yep.
I got a brand new roof with Secured Roofing. So did Mo DeWitt. So did a bunch of our BDMs.
We've got a lot of listeners that have done that.
Yeah, if there's
I wish I could. I can't because I live in a townhome. I have no control over it.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to eke into storm season. If you do have a storm, if there's hail or whatever, just give them a call. They'll go and survey your roof for free and see if you have any damage.
They will.
So why get up there yourself? You call Secure, they go up there, and then if you have damage, they offer 24-hour to 48-hour tarping, emergency tarping services.
If I said something about you saying the word eek, would you beat me up?
Listen. Why
I don't think I've ever heard you say eek, and I don't know why I'm so angry.
It's
at you
eek.
right
You
now.
eek into
I've
it.
never heard eek.
You eke into a new roof. Oh my God, Ross is here.
What if I have things to say about the word tarping?
This is my favorite ad we've ever done. Ross walks in the door looking like Wolverine from X-Men.
I'm scared the hell out of me.
Mad as hell.
It's securedroofingandsolar.com.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Are you looking for the best weed?
Well, no, I'm not looking for the best weed. Oh, my
You're
God.
watching porno in the background?
I'm not watching porno. I am not watching porno.
Real quick, if you're looking for a brand agency, thedangerbrain.com. They've been doing our branding since the beginning.
They have.
They're doing our branding for the cruise this year, for our BDM shirt, for BDM Appreciation Week, for other projects. They've done all our branding. And if you're looking for a great branding agency to do your branding, thedangerbrain.com.
Yeah, maybe you just need just to update it. A lot of people, that's like
brand refresh.
Yeah, you just refresh it a little bit. That way you're not having to, get a whole new deal.
Yeah. They can take your already brand and make it way better. Let's do some voicemail.
Yes, sir. Let's try this one right here. I think this is pretty pertinent.
Hey everyone, I just saw the post on Instagram about the vintage motorcycle racing at New Smyrna Speedway. I used to be a medic at New Smyrna Speedway, so I'd sit there and wait for somebody to crash, and I did the vintage motorcycles a couple of years ago. They're super slow. It was super fun to watch, but I was so concerned because they don't really have brakes right, and they don't shift gears right. I don't know. It's like a whole thing. And I was so worried that they were just going to fall off and die. Everything was pretty much fine except for one person fell off, and it was like the head guy, the main guy, the guy in charge of all of it. I don't know what exactly happened.
I think it's Billy Lane that he's talking about.
No, he fell?
Yeah, I think maybe he did fall one time.
Did it screw him?
No.
Did he get injured?
They dropped a chain or something.
No.
Went flying over the handlebars, hopped up limping, did a couple steps, and just waved us off. He was fine. Oh, don't worry about him. He was like a tough, bad SOB, but I don't know. Super fun to go watch. Go check it out.
Yeah, I think that was Billy Lane that flipped over the handlebar. I think maybe I heard about that or something. But like they're not not that it's not. They are going fast. But it's not like...
And they said 80 miles an hour.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just not crazy, but for a vintage motorcycle with no brakes around a circle track where you're sliding around, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Those suits are basically like Iron Man suits now, though, right?
Well,
I don't know if they wear I guess they do wear suits, but I
more
always
leather rag Harley jacket that's like full of padding and shit. You could fall off your bike and be fine.
I thought that on this one they tried to do like period correct. This is no different than this is almost as weird as Civil War reenacting, right? Like,
yeah, they have like vintage motorcycles and maybe like vintage leathers.
I wouldn't have a vintage helmet on because that would be purposeless. But I mean, vintage leathers would be cool, or vintage canvas. Fire suit or whatever you call that.
I wish I was the type of dad that had a hobby that was like cool, like vintage motorcycle racing, or
it's also trashy, a little trashy. It's a little trashy.
Well, I'm a little trashy.
I know. Let me give you the list: biker, darts, bowling, pool. These are all trashy. There's got to be more.
Yeah, but I like when you get into the more complicated, like you go and race, you drag race, and you have an old like Mustang that you drag race.
How do you find the time to do that?
I don't. My dad did it. Like my dad went on weekends every once in a while.
And tinkered on a race car,
and he drag raced, and the whole
talked about that. That's awesome.
No, he had like a '69 Camaro, drag race Camaro, and
you're like John Force.
I used to go and I remember like sitting in the stands.
Force of nature, bitch.
And Moroso Motorsports, and then he drag raced. But there's like,
did your dad have the car, or the thing came all the way up, and he sat in the center of it like a king with 100 different pipes sticking out the sides of it?
No, they're like a rail
doing like a banana wheelie or whatever those things are.
This is a regular car. You're talking like a rail, like a dragster rail car.
I want the nitro burning funny cars. That's what I want.
Did he ever race Big Daddy Don Garlitz?
Yeah,
he probably
Big
did.
Daddy Don Garlitz.
My mom could talk about it more, but
she used to fuck Big Daddy.
No, just I have very little memory.
He's the son of Big Daddy. This is Little Daddy Garlitz.
Little Don Garlitz.
But I remember he was building like an actual dragster, like a rail car.
Where is that car now? We need to track it down.
He just had the motor, and my mom had to sell it after
we got to find the motor. What if we found the motor?
And then I can't build nothing.
We find your dad's motor. Dude, we got to find your dad's motor, and then we got to put it in a car.
He was building a car. He had just the motor.
That's how you started.
That's what I did with my motorcycle.
All just a motor and then a frame.
My Harley Davidson flathead UL, which you'll probably see when out there racing. I had one of those, and I bought the motor first, and then I pieced everything around it.
But like dad, there's some dads that get into like vintage racing, and like I know that this guy Bill.
I have a vintage car. I have a vintage scooter I'm working on. I mean, I'm one of these dads. I'm one of these cool, gritty.
Well, you've been working on it for 2 years.
Yeah, it takes a while. I don't know if you ever watched Home Improvement. It took him a long time to get the classic car running, and I think it was the finale where he started it up, if I remember correctly.
That fucking car.
And then everybody's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I think that it was the full. I think it took like 9 seasons to get that car going.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
So you take that back.
Sitting there waiting to drill a hole in it. He's like, I can't drill a hole in this. 2 more years.
He didn't have crippling anxiety about ruining his thing. He just sit there and staring at, measuring 100 times.
But I'm sure it's like just years of work. Not just looking at it. I'm like, not yet whole.
It's hard to get anything done when you're worried about your neighbor. Like you can only see him from the eyes up. Like who is that fucking guy?
I could just be wearing a hat. Be a real pervert.
I think that guy recently passed away.
Wilson?
Yeah.
The guy Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on.
He did that movie with Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks on the island.
He's sick. He's messing up his references.
Not at 100%.
This guy's sweating. He's messing his reference up. He's delirious.
Do not hit me with a 3 out of 10 today. I'm not 100%.
No, you're fine. Ross is talking to an imaginary volleyball floating around our studio.
You do look like Wolverine in his deathbed.
You look like Wolverine, Death of a Salesman. Willie Loman.
Let's do another one.
All right, let's do another one here. Let's try. I'm not going to go to that one. We're gonna just go off script here. I'm going to do
Here's a dumb question. There's NPR, National Public Radio. There's MPR, Minnesota Public Radio. I guess it would make sense. Is there an FPR, Florida Public Radio, or is this like a Minnesota thing? Because I know they've made fun of it on SNL before with Sweaty Balls and Alec Baldwin. Yeah, let me know. Is there an FPR? You guys know. You guys used to be in radio.
Well, slow down. You're like, they're NPR, you'd have to know how that works, but there are hundreds of NPR stations, and I think what they're making fun of is that it's just a small community station. I don't think that Minnesota station that is used for the Sweaty Ball sketch is like an inherent famous small NPR station. It's just, that was the joke. It's like, hey, it's a tiny NPR station in Minnesota.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So, like, yes, there are many Florida NPRs, and there's small radio stations everywhere.
Yeah, I thought, because I was confused like this gentleman at first, when I first heard about NPR, I thought it was national. And then until they were doing local
National
stores.
Public Radio?
And then, but I was like, whoa, hold on. They're talking about local, like, in our backyard, and then they have, like, local sponsors.
Yeah.
Like, Sports Super is a sponsor.
Yeah, so is Stephen Kramer.
And then
they're like NBC. They have their
affiliates,
national overarching branch, and then they have affiliates. And I think in Florida we don't do like a state one. I think we just like do city by city and like colleges.
Yeah, but they'll go, like, so when you're listening to the NPR station, you'll hear the national broadcast, but then it'll cut to the local.
Here comes my nerd of a wife with the real answer.
Oh, all right.
There is the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network. It's all the NPR Florida stations. It's called FPREN.
Well, that's the emergency network, though. Does that only come into play when there's like a tidal wave or something? I'll go to the bathroom and take my answer off.
Are you going
I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at him puking.
All right, hold on. We should run and put a microphone in there.
My God, what, are you going to blow your sleeves off?
That's what Howard Stern would do.
This guy wants to run in there. He's going to have you picking cotton out of a bag, and then black people fall through the ceiling.
We need to record him puking. That's what a real radio would do.
Did I hit the button 1,000 times?
They're like, they love it.
Yeah. La 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 bamba. I'm playing it in the middle of songs, Just beat it. You gotta put them in the song. I'm trying to think of famous songs from the time. Oh, what a feeling when you're dancing on the ceiling. It was the peak of fucking comedy, dude. Nobody would ever do any better. What was that? Oh, I was playing Lionel Richie's Dancing on the Ceiling, and then I recorded our good friend Ross puking, and I was just hammering Lionel's song. Are you okay? I'm worried about you now. You all right?
I'm on the edge, but it's not happening.
Okay. All right. Edge of glory. He's on the edge of glory. Lady Gaga. I'm on the edge of glory.
Didn't people like
am I going to have to do this now? I'm gag man. I'm gag man, right? Don't I have to do this now?
Like, I'm laughing at it now, but it's so stupid.
You
it doesn't
always
make
laugh
sense.
at throwing up. We started the show talking about this.
Shouldn't we just do what we hate? I think we should.
I mean, I could throw up on. I could make myself throw up right now if we want to end the show that way.
Yeah.
You want me to do it?
And then we're bringing girls in here on baby dolls. And they're like, I guess he's laughing. They all like it. That's easy. I was trying to do something hard. That's all they want.
Here it comes. Gagman's back.
Throw up in his bullhorn.
Gagman's back. I'm back, baby.
Ross, throw up on our guests. Film it.
Oh, film her feet. Film her feet. Take your boots off. Film her feet. Ross, puke on her feet. I'll jack off on the puke. Nothing perverted here.
I'll show my ass.
This poor guy, his wife is going to make him take the fucking Subaru back, dude.
Okay. Let me get a voicemail. Okay, sorry.
More.
I'm very sorry. One more. Oh, my God. My wife.
But dude, there's whole radio.
Andrea said, for my sanity, send Ross home if he has Noro. That's fine.
No, he's powering through it. He's a real man.
Fine.
Ross is a real man, man. Right. He'll sit there and be sick. He's not going to go home. Oh, God. Oh, I smelled the Noro. I got it in my nose. I'm going to show my ass.
Last voicemail. Here we go.
Hey guys, I want to say bring back the gripes. I love Tom bitching about old man things. It makes me feel good. I'm only 33, but I'd like to present old man gripe myself. So no offense to Sam either. I love Sam, so I hope she doesn't take offense to this. But when you guys were playing the Dolly Parton Pitbull song,
our guests are loving his throwing up. He screamed throwing up. He screamed vomiting.
You should be listening to
Who
that.
vomits like that? He's doing a cartoon.
You've never heard me throw up.
I throw up silent.
Oh,
I just opened my mouth.
Oh, my God.
I was just like...
Yours comes out like cranberry at Thanksgiving. It just falls into the toilet.
He said they were scream vomiting.
All right, should we get out of here? We need to get him out of here.
Yeah.
We need to get him to bed.
What was that voicemail talking about?
Okay, here.
it had very Flow Rida, and she left off the vibes. And I know
so
it's not
apparently Sam was talking about. She was talking about a song that we played, an AI song, and she goes, "That has very Flow Rida." And I guess the new style is, instead of saying vibes, you allude to it. So I'd be like, yo, man, Ross puking in there is giving me some sick. And I just...
You just freeze?
No, it's like it's implied vibes.
Okay, but you don't say vibes.
Because saying vibes makes you not cool.
No, so you say nothing? And you just gotta...
No, you imply vibes. I'm trying to explain what the guy's saying. I think that's what he means.
And then
and he's saying that Samantha did it when she was talking about that song. She was like, oh, that's giving me Flow Rida. And then it meant vibes. Like that was what she was saying. And he's saying that drives him up the wall. He hates them. He's saying just say vibes. Which I think I agree with, but at the same time, like I say dope. I mean, like I don't know how those things creep into, like I'm sure I'll start saying it. Like those things just happen, you know?
But it is the quintessential old man thing to do is hate the new sayings or whatever.
Because you don't understand it.
But that's why, but if you go into it, then you're the old man trying to be cool, and that's more embarrassing than hating the sayings. Like we just stick to the norm of your older generation hates the younger generation. We can't...
See, I hadn't heard of that. Like Brock BDM is saying, like if you were talking about it, you'd be like, it's given...
You're just free and you stop it. Like I like this song. This song.
yeah. And then the other people have to be cool enough to pick up on the implied vibe. I think I'm answering that.
Well, I'll give you another one that Max shared with me the other day.
I like these.
And
keeps us hip.
So we were talking about working out. Crystal was talking about running. She got back from running. She's wearing jogging, like tight, like leggings, right?
Oh yeah.
And then Max,
look at that coochie.
Max,
man, look at that moose knuckle, baby. Got a big old ninja foot. Did he say moose knuckle? You all right? But he's all right. He's all right. Oh man, when you get it out, it feels so much better, right? Like yeah.
By the way, our guests
is loud.
Our guests were laughing more than I've ever heard them.
I mean, there was no joke that could have compared to that. I hope you were okay.
Our whole show, they sat here silent.
Make us laugh, clowns.
Were you puking in that toilet? They were, falling over laughing. There was nothing funnier. It was hilarious.
Dave Chappelle.
Anyway, Max shared with me have you ever heard the term gat? Like your ass is gat.
Yacht?
Yacht. Yeah.
So when I say like your ass is yacht.
Yeah, that means big and nice looking.
So he told your wife that she had a hot ass?
Well, he just heard he's mimicking it. And then I'm like, what are you saying? Like,
damn, that ass got tight-ass pussy. What are you teaching your sons in Castleberry, dude? What the fuck are you doing?
No, he just heard it. He was saying, I think he was
but you need to teach him to not say that. He say it to everybody.
Well, I did say, I didn't even know what it meant. And then we decided, he didn't know what it meant either.
You fans just love yelling stuff. You don't know what it means.
So we searched, and it's like the beginning of goddamn, but
like
and then they freeze again. the new
everything is freezing. Yeah,
they shorten things.
Yeah. So
pretty soon we're just going to be going like we'll be talking to people. We'll be like yo yeah. And then people be like yeah dog yeah. What did that mean?
This is
that
real.
means you got a plump tight ass and a tight ass pussy. Why did you just say that? It's just easier to say you got a tight ass, a tight pussy, and a big balloon ass, right? That's easier than
No, you just annoys or you freeze. And then no,
because I don't know. What if I get what you're freezing wrong? What if you're like, that's giving me, and I'm like, creeper vibes, and they're like, no, I'm getting hero vibes. I'm like, oh. Right? That's a
like, how am I supposed to know?
That's a dangerous game to play.
That was the whole subplot of the Smurfs and the Magic Flute. Remember?
It really was.
Certain people couldn't understand the right tense of Smurf, and it was a horror show.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that now. Thanks a lot, Ross.
Ross, are you going to be anywhere coming up?
Yeah, catch me at the Bull and Bush first and third Saturdays, Wednesdays for open mic, and the 23rd of March we're doing What Do You Want From Us Live. Me and Larry hosting. Shaw Smith, Ali Flores, and Shireen Kassam are going to be our guests on that show, where the audience controls the jokes and who tells them. It's a really fun show. And when Jolly comes back in April, I'm hosting for him at the Improv, so come see me.
Awesome, man. Yeah, well, you're gonna probably know a lot of people because I know these guys are planning on trying to get as many tickets as they can to the Jolly Show to see everybody. So that'll be super fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in today, man. I hope you feel better. Thanks again for powering through. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Also, thanks to everybody who came out to Hourglass Brewing last night.
That was so fun. We didn't even talk about
Sapo tournament. It was a great time.
Sapo's back, man.
It was everybody, even like non-listeners or wondering like what's that they were playing.
The best was when those three old men that had no idea who we were finally got enough courage to walk over, and then they started playing it, and they were really nice. It was super fun.
Thanks to Stacy for keeping score the whole night. We appreciate it very much.
Congrats to our winners. Support Samantha's Patreon, Semantics Podcast. I'm guessing they're going to record in Charleston. I think so.
Yeah, they probably will.
I think they brought their equipment, so if you subscribe to her podcast, make sure you do so and find new shows, maybe even throw her Patreon a couple of bucks to help her out.
Buy a Subaru, you might be able to come and watch me puke.
That's true. I feel like that's
it'll be the funniest thing you've ever experienced.
This is more rare than even me puking, because me puking is like, he does that all the time.
Yeah.
This is like super rare.
Yeah. If you buy a Subaru, a new roof, a house with Bart Merrick team, you get to come in and maybe you're lucky enough one day you'll catch it just at the right moment.
Andrea said that puke is Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Pretty close, babe. Pretty close.
All right. We will see you on Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.